Good morning and welcome back to my channel, everybody. I'm Lissa the Soap Chef, in case you didn't know. In today's video, we're going to be making the orange, ginger, and nutmeg cold process soap. It's a warm, spicy bar with a creamy white base and bold autumn swirls throughout it. For this recipe, I chose a blend of nourishing oils and butters like coconut oil that gives the bar the rich, bubbly lather, while olive oil adds a gentle conditioning touch. Shea butter and cocoa butter are going to provide creaminess and also help to create a really long-lasting hard bar, while avocado oil brings extra skin-loving nutrients, and castor oil boosts the lather, giving us those fluffy, stable bubbles that we all love. I also included some key additives to improve performance, like Tetrasodium EDTA in the water phase. That helps to chelate minerals and also reduce soap scum so the bar rinses clean. BHT is going to be added in the oil section as the antioxidant to help prevent rancidity and extend the shelf life. Sodium lactate not only hardens the bar, but also makes unmolding much easier. And finally, coconut milk powder adds a touch of creaminess for that luxurious feel in the end. So altogether, this combination makes a soap that's not only beautiful to look at, and it is, but also a pleasure to use. So come on over to Creation Station with me and I will show you how I made it. All right, guys, let's just get going. Today we're going to be making an orange, ginger, and nutmeg cold process soap. We're making this today and it'll be ready in 4 weeks at the beginning of November for my saponification station tier level members. Okay, without further ado, let's get going. In this pot, I already have my coconut oil already weighed out, as well as my BHT. That is my antioxidant for my oils. So we're just going to go ahead and turn this on, start melting that down, and then we're going to be adding a couple of other hard butters. Melt that down, then we're going to start with our liquids. Okay, so to the coconut oil, I'm going to be adding some refined cocoa butter. Next, we're going to be adding refined shea butter. And that is it for the hard oils and butters. We're just going to go ahead and let those melt down. And once those are all melted down, I'll go ahead and transfer those into this clear bowl so you guys can see what we're doing here. All right, I'll bring you back when those hard butters and oils are all melted down. Okay, now that all of our hard oils and butters have melted down, before we start adding our liquid oils to that, I'm going to go ahead and disperse some of this warmed oil into my colorants, because we're going to be splitting this off into 3 different colors, and then our main batch is going to be colored with titanium dioxide. So I'm going to go ahead and add 2 teaspoons of the warmed oil to each one of my colorants. We're going to be starting off with red. So our swirls are going to be red, orange, and a light brown. So the red, I don't know if you guys can see this, there you go. So the red in here, I've got trial by fire. I've got 1/3 of a teaspoon trial by fire and a pinch of red iron oxide. For the orange, here we go with the orange, I've got a 1/4 teaspoon of neon orange plus a pinch of tangerine pop mica. And for the brown, I've got a 1/4 teaspoon of mochaccino mica plus 1/8 a teaspoon of oil dispersible titanium dioxide. So again, I'm just going to go ahead and take 2 teaspoons of warmed oil. I'm going to add it to each one of these colorants to get those mixed in, and that's going to be used for our drop swirl. Okay, now that I have those all dispersed and mixed up really well, we're just going to go ahead and put those over there next to the cups. And we're going to be portioning off some of our batter. All right, now that we have this done, okay, so you guys already know what's in here. So next we're going to be adding some avocado oil. Beautiful avocado oil. Okay, after the avocado oil, we're going to be putting in some castor oil. And the last of our oils is going to be some golden olive oil. Give this a little mix, and then we're going to take the temp and let it sit to come down to just above room temperature, because we want our lye solution and our oils to be somewhat close in range with their temps. All right, let's go ahead and take that temp. All right, so I'm getting like 103, 104. So we've got a little ways to go yet. I'm just going to go ahead and let this sit here and come down to room temperature. I'll bring you guys back when we're ready. All right, let's check our temps. We're at 86 for our oils. 82 for our lye solution. We are ready to roll. Let's get our glasses on. Before we add our lye solution, I'm going to be adding some coconut milk powder to the oils. All right, now that we've got that blended in, let's go ahead and add our lye solution. Just going to bring this to very, very light trace, and then we're going to portion some of this off. All right, that's good enough. All right, I'm going to go ahead and portion off 3 different sections here. And I'm putting roughly 15% of my total batch weight of my water, my lye, and my oils. I haven't done anything with fragrance yet. So 15% I'm going to split off into 3 different sections for our color. So for the size batch that I'm doing today, it's roughly about just slightly shy of 5.5 ounces each. It's like 5.3 ounces each. Okay, now that we have all of our color sections done, we're going to go ahead and add those colors. Remember, we're doing a red, orange, and a light brown. So we're going to put our red in first. Give that a mix. All right, next we're going to get our orange in there. Give that a good mix. And lastly, we're going to get our brown in there. Give it a mix. All right, let's set that aside and we'll get our main batch. To the main batch, I'm going to be adding some titanium dioxide. I have a 10% solution that I made here. So it's going to seem like, oh, by the way, I have stainless steel balls in the bottom to help it, you know, shake up really well. It's going to seem like I'm putting a lot in here, but keep in mind, this is only a 10%. Okay, so that's why it's going to seem like I'm putting a lot in here. It's not. I'm going to be putting 2 3/4 teaspoons of the titanium dioxide solution. And yes, I did take some of the water portion out from my lye solution to compensate for the extra water that I have here in this solution. All right, let's take our stick blender and get that combined. All right, let's just give this a little buzz. And we're going to add our fragrance. And we're going to start pouring. All right, let's set that aside for just a minute. We're going to be pouring the white base in first. We're going to do about half the way up the mold. Then we're going to do red, orange, brown, and then some more white. So let's go ahead and get our fragrance. I am not going to put any fragrance into the white because I don't want that to discolor, but I'm going to distribute this evenly, the fragrance that I do have. So again, this is orange, ginger, and nutmeg. So we're just going to put equal portions in each one of these. I am going to give these colors a buzz with the stick blender just to make sure that I have an actual trace and not a false trace, because I don't want any separation later. All right, let's get in here with the stick blender. I'm going to go lightest to darkest. All right, now that we have all of our colors blended up, we're going to go ahead and start by putting some white down into the base. Again, we're going to fill this maybe a third of the way. Followed by red, orange, and brown. Try to get it as high up as you can. Just going to go ahead and scrape the rest of this out. Don't worry about making it even on the top. We're going to be doing a chopstick swirl anyhow. But let's go ahead and get the rest of these colors in here. Let's go ahead and do a chopstick swirl. And we'll go ahead and get the rest of these colors on the top here. Okay, please don't be mad at me, you guys. My husband was trying to call in. I tried to block the call because I was in the middle of filming, and you guys didn't get to see any of the decorations. I don't even know where it cut off, if I'm being honest with you. I did the chopstick swirl. I took a spoon and I sculpted each side, and then I took the chopstick and did a little bit of a swirl on the top. Lastly, I gave it a little spritz of alcohol. Apologies, you guys. Life. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cover this now. We're going to insulate this, and I'm going to let this sit for 24 hours. I will bring you guys back tomorrow when we are ready to unmold and cut. Let's see how our soap turned out from yesterday. I did have a little bit of sticking issue getting it out of the mold. I waited 20 hours. It's been 20 hours since I unmolded, and I did wait that long, but I did have a little bit of trouble getting it out of the mold. It was sticking just a little bit, so it's still a little bit on the soft side, but looks great so far. Let's cut into this and see what we did on the inside. Here we go. All right, let's just kind of separate them a little bit, and then we will take a look at the inside. No peeking. All right, let's take these two because it's right in the middle. Ready? I'm seeing it just like you are for the first time. Here we go. Oh my. Tell me that's not absolutely gorgeous. Holy smokes, you guys. Right? Look at that. Oh, I couldn't be more pleased. That swirl came out lovely. Oh, the smell too. It's so nice, you guys. All right, let's look at the rest of them. Maybe that was a fluke. Huh? Nope, not a fluke. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous swirls. Very happy with that. There's our end piece. Of course, there's not going to be one on the outside. But yeah, very, very pleased with these. The swirl is so beautiful. All those lovely fall colors, the orange and the browns and the reds, giving absolute fall vibes. Look at that. Perfection. Again, really not too much on the end piece, but look at that, you guys. That's fantastic. All right, that is going to do it for today's video, though. If you guys liked it, please give it a thumbs up, okay? Share it with people, though. That actually helps me out more than anything else, is sharing it. Lots of creators are complaining that YouTube is not sending their videos out to their people, or anybody else for that matter. I'm not the only one. I've seen some really big creators in our niche that video, you know, their videos aren't even getting pushed out. So when you share it, it helps out the channel so much. If you want that full recipe, you can grab that up on Patreon. If you're not able to get on Patreon, I keep forgetting to mention this. I do have a member section here on YouTube. So go ahead and join that membership if you want the full recipe for it. It'll be in the description area. But Patreon has way more than just the formulas up there, okay? You decide, all right? Till next time, you guys, I'm out of here.